morning, good morning, good morning, and happy Monday. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing and we're glad in it. I'm Gigi. Come on and walk with me. It's 7:30ish, actually, it's 7:31, and it's time to get my early walk on. Oh my goodness. We've got a beautiful day here in the 757. Oh my goodness. They said it's going to be in the about 76 today. It's in the 50s right now. Of course, with the sunshine, we're supposed to get some rain this evening, but it is a beautiful morning. I love mornings like this. I hope y'all had a great weekend. This morning is starting out beautiful. I hear the birds singing in the trees. It is a beautiful day. Good morning, Sister Posey. She's up with me this morning. Sometimes Mondays is kind of hard, after the weekend. But it is a beautiful. I even heard the geese honking today. Everybody, all the birds are out today. But it is a beautiful day here in the 757. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. I had a wonderful weekend. We had a wonderful Sunday yesterday at Grace and Twine Ministries. Our families, our children, and everybody was out yesterday and on our special day. And our parents and hopefully were empowered to fulfill the mission of their parenting role, and our children were blessed. It was just a wonderful day on yesterday. So we're here at Monday. We're here at Monday. I know sometimes it's hard on Mondays. I remember when I was working, and Mondays Mondays can be a little tough. But you know what? I want to let you know you got this. You've got this. I even got it on my hat. Somebody gave me this hat. You've got this. But what's the plan? What's the plan to make sure that you get through the week? I live by a planner. I live by a calendar. And I was thinking when I got up this morning, I said, this is going to be a very busy week for Pastor now because we got some things coming up. We got the movie Sunday coming up on next Sunday. I've got some other things that's in plans. And even with my grandson, we always have to look at the calendar, make sure what tests and things that he has coming up, for this week, ending up a marking period. So, but you got this, you got this. But what's the plan? You got to have a plan in order to get through whatever you're trying to get through. Proverbs, but at first it takes a vision. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Sometimes, you get asked the question, people get asked the question, what is your plan in a year? What is your plan in 3 years? Some people don't even have a plan for tomorrow, but you need to have a plan, even each week. What is my goal for this week? And what helps us with that is writing that plan down, writing that vision down. I ran across a song by a lady named Patricia Gatlin, and part of her song, she says, open up, open up, open up your eyes and write the vision. We have to have that vision. We have to have that plan, because if we don't, it says the people perish. Everything goes down if we don't have a vision and if we don't have a plan. And then once we get that plan in our head and we're looking at what the end results is going to be, we have to write it down. We have to write it down, not because we're old, but you want to get all the details, and not because you have Alzheimer's, because even Habakkuk 2:2-3 says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. I've got all these plans for this week, but I have to write them down. Even when I was working, I would have my school planner, and then I'd have my personal planner. And you know, one of the first things each day on my personal planner was prayer. I plan to pray every morning, you know, because sometimes you might, things might distract you and might even you say, oh my gosh, I forgot to pray this morning. And I would actually write it down. That was the first thing on my agenda, is to pray. And then everything else fell in line. But we have to write that vision and make it plain. I just love that that song that I heard from Miss Patricia Gatlin. Open up your eyes and write the vision. Write the vision. You know, it's very important to write the vision, especially like Habakkuk 2:2-3 says, because this reminds me of after I retired, I substitute. I was a substitute teacher for 4 years after I retired. And one of the things that was so important is that when I was called to substitute, you go into the classroom and there had to be some plans. The teacher had to leave some plans, the regular teacher. Everything went downhill if there wasn't any plans for me to follow. And, you know, the principal would always tell the teachers at the beginning of the year, make sure that you have an emergency plan. Write some plans, even if it was a generic plan at the beginning of the year, because, you know, a teacher might wake up and be sick that morning and can't, you know, get some things in. So have the plan ready. That's what I'm saying this morning, that you got this. But what's the plan? What's the plan that's going to help you reach that goal and reach that success? Yeah, I know what Jeremiah 29:11. I know the plan that I have for you. The Lord says that. But do you know the plan? Have you written the plan down? Has God opened your eyes to the vision? Just like Miss Gatlin says, open up your eyes and then write that vision down. And then guess what? You got it. You got it. Once you know the vision, know the plan, and write it down. Because it's very important. Just like I was saying about being a substitute teacher and following the teacher's plan. Because it says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come and it will not tarry. You got it. You're going to meet your goals, but you got to know what the vision is. Ask the Lord to open up your eyes so you'll know the plan to reach that goal that you have to reach, and then write the vision, make it plain. Even if you have to drop it for a little bit, then somebody else can take it up and go on with it. Oh my goodness. That's my Gym Nugget today. You've got this, but what's the plan? I know I've got this week wrapped up because I've got the plans. I've got them written down. And if I follow the plan, and those plans will help me not to forget some things that I need to do. I've got this. I've got this week. We're going to come out victorious by the end of the week in so many different areas. All right. I'm getting ready to continue here. Pastor and I might go out and I'll finish the rest of my steps because it is a beautiful morning. Subscribe to the Gym Nugget channel. I haven't checked this morning. We should be close to 44,000 if we're not 44,000 subscribers. But subscribe to the Gym Nugget channel. Support the super chat, super thanks, Gym gifts, the Cash App, and our PayPal, GraceAndTwineMinistries.com. Thank you so much for being up this morning. It's a beautiful, beautiful morning. You got this. You got this. But what's the plan? Make sure you got the plan. All right. Bye bye.